Long before time had a name, before the stars were sewn into the sky, there was only the void, an endless, silent expanse where nothing stirred. But within that emptiness, a spark flickered. A thought. A whisper. And from that whisper, the dreaming god was born. No one knew his true name, for he had never spoken it aloud. The celestial beings who drifted through the cosmos called him Lyriel, the weaver of dreams, for his very essence was woven from the fabric of slumber. His eyes were like twin moons, silver and luminous, and his hair flowed like a river of stardust. Where he walked, the void trembled, and where he breathed, worlds took shape. One evening, though evening had no meaning yet, Lyriel sat upon a throne of nebulae, his fingers tracing patterns in the darkness. A small spirit, a wisp of light named Ephra, drifted close. "Great Lyriel," Ephra murmured, "why do you linger in the void? Why not fill it with life?" Lyriel smiled, and the sound was like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. "Life is but a dream, little one. And dreams must be shaped with care." He lifted his hand, and from his palm unfurled a tapestry of colors, emerald forests, sapphire oceans, golden deserts. Ephra gasped as the images danced before them. "But who will live in these dreams?" Ephra asked. Lyriel's eyes gleamed. "Those who are ready to sleep." And with that, he closed his eyes, exhaled softly, and the first world, Eloria, was born. Eloria was a land of mist and melody, where rivers sang and mountains hummed lullabies. Lyriel walked among the newly formed hills, his bare feet leaving no imprint, for he was not truly there, only a figment of the world's own dreaming. Beneath a great silver tree, he found the first dreamers, two children, a boy and a girl, curled together in the grass. Their names were Kale and Nia, and they had been born from Lyriel's own breath. Kale stirred first, blinking up at the god with wide, curious eyes. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am the one who dreamed you," Lyriel replied, his voice a soothing murmur. Nia sat up, rubbing her eyes. "Are we real?" Lyriel chuckled. "As real as dreams can be." He knelt beside them and pressed his fingertips to their foreheads. A warm glow spread through their bodies, and suddenly, they knew the songs of the wind, the secrets of the stars, the language of dreams. "You will be the guardians of this world," Lyriel said. "When others sleep, you will walk in their dreams and guide them." "But what if they have nightmares?" Kale asked, frowning. Lyriel's expression softened. "Then you will teach them to wake." And with that, he faded into the mist, leaving the first dreamers to their sacred task. For centuries, Eloria flourished. Kale and Nia wandered the dreamscape, soothing troubled sleepers and weaving gentle visions. But deep in the forgotten corners of the world, something stirred. A being of smoke and whispers, born from the fears of dreamers, slithered into existence. It called itself Malgar, the Nightmare King. Wherever it passed, dreams twisted into horrors, forests became mazes of thorns, friendly faces melted into masks of terror. One night, as Nia drifted through a village's collective dream, she felt it, a cold, clawed hand gripping her wrist. "Little dreamwalker," Malgar hissed, its voice like cracking ice. "Did you think your god could protect you forever?" Nia gasped, trying to pull away, but the nightmare's grip tightened. Shadows coiled around her, choking the light from her body. "Kale," she cried out. Her brother, sensing her distress, appeared in a flash of golden light. He lunged at Malgar, but the nightmare dissolved into smoke, laughing. "You cannot fight fear," it taunted. "For fear is all that waits in the dark." And then it was gone, leaving the dreamers trembling in its wake. The battle between light and shadow raged across the dreamscape. Malgar's influence spread like ink in water, twisting the once serene visions of Eloria into grotesque nightmares. Kale and Nia fought valiantly, weaving shields of golden light to protect the dreamers, but the Nightmare King was relentless. One fateful night, as the twin moons hung heavy in the sky, Lyriel returned. He stood at the edge of a crumbling dream, his silver eyes reflecting the chaos. The land trembled beneath his presence, and for the first time, Malgar hesitated. "You," the nightmare snarled, its form writhing like black smoke. You abandoned them. Why return now? Lyriel did not answer immediately. Instead, he knelt beside a trembling dreamer, a child lost in a labyrinth of shadows. With a gentle touch, he dissolved the nightmare, replacing it with a field of blooming night flowers. Then, he turned to Malgur. Fear is not the enemy, Lyriel said, his voice resonating like distant thunder. It is part of the dream, just as shadows are part of the light. Malgur laughed, a sound like shattering glass. Then let them drown in it. With a roar, the Nightmare King surged forward, tendrils of darkness lashing out. But Lyriel did not flinch. He raised his hand, and the very fabric of the dream stilled. Enough. A pulse of radiant energy burst from his fingertips, washing over Eloria like a cleansing tide. The nightmares unraveled, their edges softening into mist. Malgur shrieked, thrashing as his form dissolved, not into nothingness, but into something quieter, gentler. When the light faded, the Nightmare King was gone. In his place stood a figure cloaked in twilight, no longer monstrous, but solemn. What have you done to me?" the being whispered. Lyriel smiled. "I have not destroyed you. I have awakened you." The creature, once Malgur, now something else, looked down at its hands, no longer claws but slender, human-like fingers. "I remember. I was once a dream, too." Lyriel nodded. "All things begin and end in the dream. Even fear must sleep." With that, the transformed nightmare bowed its head and faded into the night, no longer a tormentor, but a guardian of the threshold between dreams and waking. The last dream. As dawn approached, Lyriel gathered Kale and Nia beneath the silver tree where he had first met them. The world around them shimmered, the edges of the dream growing faint. "It is time," he said softly. "Time for what?" Nia asked, though deep down, she already knew. "Time to wake." Kale's eyes widened. "But, what happens to Eloria? To the dreamers?" Lyriel placed a hand on each of their shoulders. "They will dream again. And so will you." The first rays of sunlight pierced the horizon, and the world dissolved like mist. The trees, the rivers, the singing wind, all faded into soft, golden light. And then, silence. In a quiet room, where moonlight spilled through half-drawn curtains, a man stirred in his sleep. His breathing slowed, his fingers twitched, and then, his eyelids fluttered open. For a moment, he lay still, the remnants of a vast and beautiful dream clinging to his thoughts. A world of silver trees and twin moons. A god who walked in dreams. He smiled. Somewhere, in the space between waking and sleep, Lyriel smiled back. "Rest now," the dreaming god whispered. "For when you close your eyes again, the dream will be waiting." And with that, the man exhaled, turned onto his side, and drifted back into slumber, where new stories, new worlds, and new dreams were already beginning to unfold.